to stop this vicious cycle.
My name is Wilfred Buckley. May 17th. I'm here just to clarify all the things that took place with Nicole Harden and her family for a period of time back in Bushwick Avenue, upstate New York, and Tamaray. She always has trying to get me involved with her, basically to some point, but to no avail. I always keep on ignoring her and running from her until the point when we went to Athens, Georgia. I don't quite remember the date or thing of that nature, but what took place is that she keep on slipping me a note asking for my phone number, and to the point when she had my phone number, I was thinking basically was has a little thing to do with the business and things of that nature. But it so happens to the point where as one thing leads to another, she started giving me money. Known that she was stealing the money from the office. When I asked her, like, where you get this money from? It's like, well, it's from being a part of the family. Is like my allowance and things of that nature. So I took the funds, not realizing that, well, okay, where she was getting it from.
Can I have a question? Are these funds you're speaking about from Malachi Z. York's organization?
Exactly, from the office, because at the time she was working in the office. And one thing's lead to another. From having my phone number, she kept calling me, leaving a message. I keep on ignoring them. To some effect, like I've fell victim of circumstances, start answering the phone call. And one thing's lead to another. She was trying to get me in sexual acts, try to sneak me into the house and things of that nature. You follow? Telling me what was going on with her, how she was bitter because previously to that, she had an accident. And while she was in crutches and things of that nature, it's like she got more and more bitter because of certain situation that was taking place with her within the family and things of that nature. It so happens that she was trying to get me to leave Tamaray with her because she wanted to go with me during the course of the daily activity. Because it's like the way we live in the community is like it's an enclosed, like a nation within a nation, to the point where she was trying to get me to sneak out to go to hotels and things of that nature. So one thing leads to another. After we start dealing with each other, calling each other, things of that nature, we get found out, and I was ashamed because that's my father. He grew me and had me since the early 70s. So I felt ashamed after the word got around to the family. I packed my things up and I went off the land. After I got off the land, shortly thereafter, I heard that she and her family had been getting put off the land. After she got put off the land, I met her and started talking to her and things of that nature. And then one thing leads to another, and she started telling me how bitter she was and the things she was going to be doing, not realizing that she had already had a plot with other sisters and other brothers to really so-called take on Malachi Z. York. And one thing leads to another. After that, shortly thereafter, I heard the story came out that there was a conspiracy and she was a part of the conspiracy because of what she told me, basically, that is the last thing that takes place, she's going to make sure so that she and other people saw him in prison.
Let me ask you, how does that tie in with her daughter, Crystal Harden?
Everything tied in because Crystal Harden was also bitter. She used to live in Tamaray, continuously stealing, continuously getting into trouble and things of that nature. And at the point in time where she was giving so much trouble, during the course of the activity when we have function on the land, the sisters used to come out, meet families, meet friends and things of that nature, and she finally met a boyfriend. She had a boyfriend at the time, until finally, like, the only reason why they could come on the land if it's the mother approval of her boyfriend, because she was of age to come and live with Tamaray as a complete family. After a while, one thing leads to another. She started getting more and more trouble, robbing, stealing, until the family members amongst the organization, whereas you have the community with the sisters, they had a meeting and decided that, well, the family no longer stay in the land because of so much confusion and so much development that was taking place with the mother and with the daughter. And one thing leads to another, they got put off the land, and that makes them furious by gotten so bitter and you follow what I'm trying to say?
Well, from your close relationship to that family, do you think that there was anything that happened sexually between Malachi Z. York and Mr. Harden?
Not at all. Not at all. Because Malachi Z. York always has someone with him. Always. And despite of the fact, after he left Tamaray, I was one of the first person that left with him on Tamaray and was living in Eaton, Georgia. When I went to the lawyer, which was Patrick, that was interviewing people to use as a witness, I keep on telling them that I was the one with him all my life, to the point where no one else from Tamaray was living with us. Even on Tamaray, he always had people around him. He never by himself. Never. But unfortunately, they didn't want was to use me because I guess I was too credible for them to give him the information. Even after when he left Eaton, Georgia, it's like he never went back to Eaton, Georgia. You follow? So to the point for them to come up with all of this allegations with no types of DNA evidence, no type of evidence at all, nothing to really prove it. This whole entire case is based off a total lie. You see? And it, to me, goes down to people in high places. I'm not speculating. To me, I mean, like, this is what I'm seeing, and this is what everybody else could see. That this is a conspiracy from within and from without. You understand me?
I do.
I'd like to also say that I have not been coerced in no types of way to do this. This is from my own heart, spirit, and soul. This is what I know. Nobody told me this. I've been into this organization from the early 70s until now. I'm still a part of this organization because I know that Malachi Z. York is innocent and he should be free. Point blank. And I would go to my grave with this thought and this knowledge, knowing this. This is not no belief. This is what I know personally with my own self because I was there from the beginning.
Who is going to